Hello everyone, it is Ken Chrysler here, and welcome to another episode of WTF. We got a great one here for you. We are officially on the road to WrestleMania, and this man, he is going to have to, bear the responsibility of all these rumors circulating that this brand is going to close, and a lot of people are frustrated and upset, and people have even left. So we're going to hear from the GM first. And, hello everyone, it's Ozzy here, the GM of WTF Wrestling, and I know a lot of you all have questions about the future of this brand, and I am here to address some of the questions that I've heard in the past couple days, because we have lost more members of our roster, and we have lost tons of money, and we can barely keep the lights on. And by the end of the season, we may have to close the doors for good. But there's multiple reasons why. I did the best job I could do. Could I have done a better one? Probably. But I tried my best. But it's hard when you have all these other people around you that are causing all kinds of financial troubles. For an example, the Moss family, who did go on vacations with money that was given by upper management, used that for vacations, used that for vehicles. They bought a canoe, they bought a motorhome. They bought all kinds of things that don't even make sense with our money. Also, why Drew Gulak was here, he apparently embezzled money from last year and bought a yacht. That was about $1 million. And the Baldman's Bureau has attacked fans that have resulted in multiple lawsuits off camera. So our brand is in deep trouble. If anybody has anything to say to me, please come down here right now, so we can talk this out, and I can see how I can compensate you for your hard work. And the GM has spoken. There is various reasons why, and it looks like somebody has a complaint. What? Who in the world is... I don't even know who this guy is, okay? Why is he here to complain? It's Nathan Frazier. The only reason I know what his name is because I saw it on the display. That's the only reason I know who he is. I couldn't tell you who this guy is or anything. And why is he here to complain? Who knows? But a lot of people are upset over some of the upper management changes, some of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. And it seems like Nathan Frazier is one of them. There you go, blaming everyone else for your mistakes. You're the one in charge, puppy. So it is your fault. And I'm going to get laid off because of you. And by the way, I have 16 kids I have to feed. 16 adopted kids that I have to feed every month. And I have $2,800 in car payments a month. And because of your leadership, puppy, I'm going to lose my job because you wouldn't put me in the main event. I should call the pound on you. They don't like that you're a manager. You're not supposed to be a manager. You're supposed to be on a leash. That's right. I should call the pound. You don't know what you're doing with this brand. You don't know what you're doing with NXT. I'm the best superstar on NXT. And the fact that you haven't put me in a main event is just a tragedy. You are the worst manager ever. You are a puppy, and you do not know what you're doing. Hey, Nathan, this isn't NXT. This is WTF. You're a dummy. You're not even supposed to be here. You're not on my payroll. I'm the manager of WTF, not NXT. Does this look like NXT? You are a dummy. How dare you call me a puppy? And you adopted 16 kids. Who do you think you are, Brad Pitt? You Nathan Pitt now? Is that who you are? Get out of here. You're on the wrong show, dummy. Well, that was extremely odd, being the fact that he does nothing for us. But anyway, this is a #1 contender for the tag team titles. That's right. We got Monkey Business, we got the Bureau, we got Respawn, and Mace has found another tag partner that goes by the name of the Afro Witcher. So it's the Witcher with an afro. So yeah, things are already crazy tonight. We had Frazier complain. I don't know why he's complaining. I want to know what he did for this brand. That's what I want to know. He's just trying to add fuel to the fire, is what he's trying to do. And look at Mace. Mace is just coming up with tag partners. He cannot stick to one. You know, he was Washington's partner. I think he was someone else's tag partner. Now he's with the Afro Witcher. And look at Harambe here slamming the Witcher. And the Witcher's never fought Harambe. He's fought a lot of creatures, but Harambe's not one of them. That would be a fun fight to see. Actually, it probably wouldn't, because we would know that, you know, the Witcher would just kill him. Because it's already happened. And it was by a weaker adversary than the Witcher. You know, imagine that story. That story was so crazy. And of course we brought him back to balance the justice in this world. We had to bring him on here. So that's why he has a spot here. But there's been people that have left. Various people have left this brand, including 2 subs. That's a big deal. And they went and jumped ship to the other brand. And it's not looking good. We got people embezzling. People doing all kinds of stuff that has caused us financial problems. And because of these financial problems, we now are on the verge of the brand ending. And the rumors in the locker room are starting to become more true by the day. And it's getting kind of scary around here. And of course, people are overreacting too. Of course, I have nothing to lose because I got 2 other brands to commentate. So it's just less hours for me. But some of these guys, they don't know what they're going to do after this is over with. George slamming Mace really good there. And look at Spawn attacking the Witcher. That'd be a good matchup. That would be a really cool matchup to see both of them fight. And we're going to get a little bit of that here. Of course, this is elimination, so all you need is one person from your team to win the whole thing, and you're automatically in. And this is a big deal because winner goes to WrestleMania. That's where the winner goes. So the winner will face off with the Pixar Party. Of course, we have an incredible night. We have the 24/7 championship, and it will be the remaining subs versus the Baldman's Bureau tonight. So that is going to be really good. And of course, the Royal Rumble winner and the 24/7 champion will be in action. He has a big match at WrestleMania, a very big one. He's going to have to overcome probably his biggest test yet, because you saw what the baby did at the Rumble. You saw how dominant he has been lately. He's been very destructive. And there's only 4 subs left on here. So and look at Nemesis striking George. And, you know, those two teams had a little bit of beef. And what makes this so good besides Mace and Witcher is everybody else is an established team. And, you know, Shrek and Bane really haven't been on here, but they, you know, they're part of the Bureau. They've always been. And we saw a little glimpse of Shrek in his return. So, yeah. We knew eventually all of them would be back on board. So, as of right now, there's about 7 members. Because you got Braun, you have the baby, you got the main 3, and then you got these 2. So that's 7. So it's getting worse. And the brand is losing people. Like I said earlier, 2 people jumped ship. They're on different brands now. Because they know the layoff's coming. They wanted to get out just in time, but hopefully the other 4 that remain on here can hold their ground. And I know they don't get along with each other. The 4 don't get along with each other. But they're going to have to. Because the Bureau considers them all an enemy of the Bureau. So it doesn't matter if they don't like each other or not. You know, especially with DJ and the GM. They butt heads all the time. But they have a common enemy. Shrek throwing George into the barrier. Yeah, this is going to be a crazy elimination match. Of course, the 24/7 champion's going to be in action tonight. And by the way, Royal Rumble winner also. So he's got a lot on his hands right now. And Shrek throwing down George. Oh my goodness, Harambe with the chops on Bane. Some really good chops there. Of course, Monkey Business is former tag champ, so is Respawn. And they would love to get that gold again. Of course, the team they're going up against is a very dangerous team that won the titles here recently and destroyed Shovelstone. Look at Harambe. Has Spawn in a hold, trying to put him to sleep. Look there, the Witcher with the Superman punch and Nemesis. Oh my goodness. And look, well, there's a submission going on, so both of these pins do not matter until the submission's over, and that could have been a 3 count. And Yeah, it's not even going to be a 1. And I think this one's definitely going to be a kick out for sure. Or maybe I'm wrong and I don't know what I'm talking about. And the first one out is Spawn. So that is a big hit for Respawn. So I did not see that coming this quick and after that distraction as well. Wow. So after this, we will have 2 more episodes and then WrestleMania. So we're getting closer to the end of this season. It's been a pretty good season overall. It's still not as good as the golden days. It never will be. And hopefully, well, this brand, I don't know what's going to happen with it. But the other 2 brands, hopefully they'll prosper. There'll be more time to invest in them. So maybe some better storylines for both of them. And look at Mace. Mace with a nice spear. How does he get nice moves like that? That's Roman and Edge moves. And he's getting nice spears. And Spawn, of course, the first one out. And that's a shocker. Of course, tonight, Darkness, DJ, and the GM will be tagging together. Talk about 3 people that do not get along. And, yeah, they'll do anything to take down the Bureau, and the GM's insisted that they work together. And I don't know if that's going to work out. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anything can happen here. But and Mace, look at Mace here. And Nemesis with the kick out. Imagine Mace in Resident Evil. He'd be a great Resident Evil character. Mace. And look here. And a kick out there. And look at Bane striking Nemesis. Well, Shrek is done. So I missed something. And that's one half of the Bureau. And we need the Bureau to lose as much as possible. Because they're in all 3 matches tonight. I can go ahead and tell you that. And Nemesis has been eliminated by Bane. We're officially at 5 stars. The Witcher's doing really good. Witcher and Mace are really working good together here. And the fact that they've already outlived one of the tag teams is just amazing. Seeing that they have no chemistry. And I'm sure their tag team name is after a tuna or something. Or some kind of food. Because that's what Mace names all of his tag teams after, food. Mace going for the pin here. And a kick out there. You're down to 5 people, 2 full teams and 1 and a half of another. Look here. Another pin. And the Witcher is done. So only 1 full team remaining. And Bane and Mace really need to work together here. Oh my goodness, this is not good for Mace. Oh man, so much for that teamwork. They didn't even get a chance to work together. Wow. And Mace might be finished here. And a kick out there by Mace. And uh-oh. He gets hit with one thing and he's about to get hit with another. Wow. Not even given a chance to breathe. And this could be over here. And it is. So it will be Pixar Party versus Monkey Business. So that's going to be amazing. That's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm excited for that. 2 great teams for WrestleMania. And now it is time for the 24/7 title. This is going to be a really good one. And here comes the #1 contender for this. And there was rumors going around, and it is true. It's going to be Braun. And he's going to be assisted by the Universal Champion, who, by the way, the 24/7 champion will go toe-to-toe with. And it could be a double title match. That would be crazy. But tonight, we'll see. I mean, if Braun can beat the champ, that won't even be necessary. But Braun is here, and of course he's committed to the Bureau. He's allied with them. And he has put them over his own character. And can we get the 24/7 champion down here, please? Can we? And he brought a manager as well. What? John Quincy Adams is here. Okay. I don't know if he approved of that manager. I think he just decided he wanted to come down the ramp. And, of course, nobody can understand the baby except for Braun, who speaks baby, but we don't have a translator here. And unless Braun tells us, we don't have a clue what the baby's saying. We just know he's very mean, and he's very immature, and he misbehaves constantly. And whatever he said, it wasn't nice. And, of course, this guy has to stop him. This guy is our last hope of stopping that giant baby, the 24/7 champion. But first he's got to go through one of the Bureau's members, and that is Braun, who basically, he had some hair, but he shaved all of his hair off to commit to the Bureau. And that's what he has done. And now this brand has been invaded by baldies. And, yeah. So, things are getting out of control. And they're only getting worse by the week. You get rid of one problem and another problem happens. And with all the embezzlement, all the people leaving, all the rumors, the Moss family, how they mismanaged everything, is also going on these cruises and all that stuff. This brand is in financial trouble, and that's why the doors are closing. But maybe we could do something and save the brand. I don't know. We'll see what happens by Mania. And of course, this is a 2 out of 3 knockout match. So it's KOs, no exiting, so the baby cannot interfere. He can cry all he wants, but he can't interfere. And of course, our main event's going to be killer. That's if the subs can actually work together. Are they capable of it? Because, Darkness has had beef with DJ. DJ's had beef with the GM. And, Darkness and the GM have never really been, an alliance, really. Only when it comes to stuff like this where they have to be. So no one's going to get along. And the question is, can they work together? And what in the world is Braun doing? He needs to focus on his opponent. Braun doesn't even seem like he knows where he's at. And what does he do? Uh-oh, he's stuck in a glitch. Well, he was trying to bounce off those ropes. We know it feels good. We know it feels good, but you don't need to be doing that. A lot of people love the feeling of the ropes against their back. I don't know what's wrong with them. But we've seen this happen on multiple occasions, especially on this brand, where instead of, fighting their opponent, they just bounce off the ropes. That's a part of the 2K diagnosis, that you start doing stuff like that when you've been around 2K too long. Look here, pulling Braun's arm. And look at this. Got a good grip on it. And didn't even knock him down, which he is a big guy. So Iron Taylor's going to have to do whatever he can to destroy this monster of a man. Or monster of men, whatever he calls himself. I don't care. All he does is yell. Use your inside voice. For once. Look at Braun using the knee. Good hit there by Braun. And now a headbutt. And again. And uh-oh. Started doing it again. He's got to watch himself. He's got to watch himself here. Because if he starts doing that stuff, it could easily distract him. Bouncing off the ropes is, it's not a good thing. You do it to charge at your opponent faster. You don't do it because it feels good. And look here. Look at that. And a great submission there. But it's not going to matter here. It's a KO, but it can still weaken Braun. You got to KO your opponent twice, which doesn't make any sense. Because if you knock him out the first time, he shouldn't be able to get back up the second time. Doesn't make any sense at all. And a good counter there by Braun. And uh-oh. But this isn't going to matter, but he can squeeze the life out of Ronnie. And uh-oh, Iron Taylor's planning something here. And look at this. Oh, this is beautiful. And that is going to count as a point. And, I have to give the KO rules some credit. That was actually a good one. It was better than a back scratch or an eye rake or a kick to the back. So congratulations on actually getting it right. Even though Braun's not knocked out, which doesn't make any sense. And look at Braun continues to try to squeeze Iron Taylor. I guess he didn't get any hugs during Christmas time. He's just wanting to hug everyone tonight. Of course, that's not going to help him in this. It can weaken the opponent. It is a good strategy, but it's not going to get the win. Braun just tossing him around. And uh-oh. Oh, he's doing it again. He's acting up. He's been around 2K too long. That's what happens. It gets in your brain. And then you start doing stuff like this. Know the signs before it's too late. And, we may have to give, Braun may need a physical evaluation. Glitching happens to everyone, but... And uh-oh, look at Braun. Still not enough for a KO point. I don't know why he keeps on, saying bring it on. Your opponent's on the ground. Who are you waving at? And here he goes again. Oh my goodness. This guy is going to need some help. He's doing it again, and that time it cost him. And I've never seen 2K on the sub side. Wow. I guess around Christmas time, it was an Ebenezer Scrooge situation or something. I don't know what's going on. And look at Braun doing it again. Come on, quit it. Quit. How hard can it be? Your mind wants you to keep going, but don't do it. I don't care how your back feels. If it makes your back feel good, do it later. And look there, what a dive. A good dive there. And the 24/7 title is on the line. The champion's doing a pretty good job so far. Braun's gotten a couple good moves, but he keeps on struggling. And look at that. That is a wonderful move by Braun. And a lot of strength there. He does have that advantage. And look at this. Uh-oh. Watch out. Oh! Oh, what a hit. And that's a wonder. That wasn't a KO point. But, you know, Iron Taylor's got John Quincy Adams in his corner. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Because, you know, every episode has to have politics. Huh. Even though we keep on telling them no politics. They'll just find anyone to start stuff. We made the rules clear. Doesn't matter if you were a president 200 years ago. It doesn't matter. And Iron Taylor, look at this. And it is done. And he will retain the 24/7 title. About put his back out doing it. And he defeats Braun. And of course the baby is very upset. He's probably crying right now. Either crying or crapping his diaper, one of the two. But anyway, what a good title defense. And the Bureau has fallen short, but they're going to be in this main event. And can Darkness, DJ, and Ozzy work good together is the big question here. So, 2 out of 3 falls, tornado tag between these two teams. Look here, Kingpin slamming Ozzy. Of course, Ozzy was in an argument earlier with Mr. Frazier, who's Mr. Smarty Pants, who basically is saying that, you know, how is he going to pay for his bills and stuff? What? What bills? Are you even on the payroll? What have you done? That is what I'm trying to figure out. I've done more work than you. The guy that rings the bell has done more work than you. Why are you complaining? He's just trying to get camera time. That's all he's doing. He doesn't care. He's not even a part of the brand. He's just trying to get camera time. And we've told you all need to stop doing this camera stuff. You know, one day you're going to get the wrong person's attention, and it's a wonder if, you know, if it was anyone else, they would have smacked him. But the GM's smart, and he knows if he smacks Mr. Frazier, then Frazier's going to sue him. And that's what Frazier was trying to tempt him to do something. And our GM has good self-control. Agent 47 attacking DJ. Yeah, this is going to be a really good matchup. Because you got a team that's extremely dominant versus a dysfunctional sub-team. That doesn't usually team together. But Ozzy's lost all of his people. They jumped ship. So he's got to get all the allies he can get. Look at Darkness slamming Kratos. And look at Agent 47. Wow. Is he trying to kill DJ here? What is he trying to do? And Darkness breaks it up. And DJ's really good about breaking up pins. Darkness is a former tag team champion, of course. So both of them are used to this. But the GM, he was part of the Bandit Club. And look at Darkness. Oh, my goodness. And DJ almost got caught by those. You got to watch those ropes. Oh, man, you have got to watch those ropes. There is something going on with those ropes. Maybe that's one of the reasons why the brand may be shutting down, because of the ropes. They're haunted. They've caused a lot of misbehavior, and, you saw what happened with Braun. He could get kicked out of the Bureau for tonight's loss. That is a possibility. Because the Bureau doesn't even, he was pretty, besides that one big move, he did a pretty poor job. And he had the size advantage, too. So it wasn't like he could say, well, I'm a cruiserweight. No. You had the size advantage. And look at Darkness slamming Agent 47 and Kingpin. A good kick out there by the GM. And, oh, man. DJ took out the ref. Oh, now he's going to start counting slow. And DJ almost took his arm off with that pole. And I'm telling you, I think it's haunted. Something's going on here. The haunting of 2K. That's what we might as well make a movie of it. Because something's going on here. And of course, the ref's going to start counting slow to protest his rights. You don't have rights, referee. Going to protest his workers' rights. He doesn't even work that. He's not a good worker. And this has been a dogfight between these two teams. Nobody has scored a point yet. Oh, man, what a suplex by Kratos. And look at Kratos here. The nice clothesline. And the God of War, always destroying anyone in his path. And look at DJ. Poor DJ. Just got kicked in the head. And he might have to get his party against these baldies, because these baldies are tough. And I don't know if these three subs can handle this tonight, but we'll see. So far, they're not doing too bad. They're breaking up pins. They're working good together. Sometimes people that don't get along can work. Of course, all these three kind of have a little tension between the Bureau, because they blame the Bureau. The Bureau is probably like a little percentage of why this brand could be shutting down. The Bureau is a small percentage of the reason why. There's various reasons. But, of course, they're going to take the blame out on them. Look at Kratos slamming Darkness's head. And now going after DJ. He's just going after everyone. The God of War. And DJ with the counter. And look here. Darkness trying to get a point on the Kingpin. And Darkness and Kingpin having a brawl. And look at DJ going after Agent 47, using those elbows. And DJ going for the pin and could not get a 3. And he is extremely frustrated. And he's really taking this hard. He's extremely taking this hard because, you know, if this is true, if we are closing, which it looks like it's going to happen, he can't take his buddies with him. And, yeah. Of course, he's mad at the Bureau. He's mad at the GM, especially. He's always been mad at the GM. And what in the world is Kingpin doing? Man, he's doing a lot of athleticism for his size. I'm not shaming him. Don't start that. I'm not shaming him. He could crush my skull. I'm just saying he's a big guy. Ain't nothing wrong with being a big guy. I saw one of the fans look at me. It's like, look at me all you want. And Darkness breaks up. What a great break up there by Darkness. Saving his team, but he's going to pay for it. Oh my goodness, and his head hit the barricade. The back of his head hit the barricade, and now we have a fight on the ramp. This is getting out of control. Oh my goodness, and Kingpin's trying to strangle Ozzy. Oh my goodness. The brutality. Goodness gracious, can someone get Vanessa out here to calm this man down? Show him some painting so he'll shut up and start talking. Well, he won't shut up. He'll start using big words to make himself look smart. That's what he'll do. Like he did on the Daredevil show. Start saying miraculous. And this is fabulous. And all these fancy words he gets out of a thesaurus to impress his overeducated wannabe girlfriend. Okay, now I'm going to get my skull crushed after this match. That is for sure. And that guy's really enjoying himself. And Agent 47 with the first point. And he pins DJ. And look at, oh my goodness, this team. Kratos. They could have Darkness here, but this could be it. And DJ with the save. Wow, what a save. He ran up down the ramp after he got hit with that big move and saved the match. What a save. We've seen him and Darkness really have some really good breakups in this. And some good saves. But they are down by 1 point. Uh-oh. How about some Hell's Gates? And Agent 47. It's not looking... Uh-oh. Here comes Kratos, though. And Kratos breaking up the pin. I mean, the submission, my bad. And Darkness just busted the Kingpin's face. DJ going for the pin. And a kick out there by the Kingpin. DJ, oh my goodness, what a slam. And DJ with the tombstone. And the problem is, all that weight. Don't look at me, fan. Don't look at me. I'm just speaking facts. Agent 47, of course, is in the way. He can't get the pin. It's too late now. He's going to try a submission instead. And of course, Ozzy going for the pin, and he can't. This would have been a 3. Oh my goodness. Ozzy had him. But the submission was in the way. And look at Darkness fighting everyone. And Kingpin. Man, Darkness taking both of these guys on. And uh-oh, Agent 47 throwing in some jabs. And look at DJ here, but a counter there by the Kingpin. This is a great match. 5 stars, by the way, not to brag. And look at Darkness here. Uh-oh. Look at this. Oh, man. Almost took Kratos' head off. And now he's going for a spear. And we got a 3 count, but it's not over, so it looks like the sub-team got the count. It is now 1-1, and Darkness has a chance of putting this away. Could this be it? And the Kingpin dives on the pin. What a save. It was almost over. Oh my goodness, what a close one. And I don't know how he can move that fast. Don't look at me. That fan keeps on looking at me. I'm not shaming the man. The man is very established. He just, if anything, he uses too big of words when he describes art. To Vanessa, to impress Vanessa. You know. How about you just pull out your money and just show her the money? Instead of using a thesaurus to talk. Who's going to get the next pin? That's the big question here. Agent 47's got Ozzy in a really bad hold. Big submission. And Darkness breaks it up. He didn't even realize it. And oh my goodness, Kingpin just threw DJ out of the ring. Threw him out. And now he's planning something else. My goodness. And this looks like a last ride. Darkness is down. The GM is down. It does not look good. And it is over. The Bureau wins. Wow. And if this continues on, it is not going to have a good season finale here. Oh my goodness. So they didn't start off good. The team didn't start off good. They lost their first 2 matches, but they won the biggest one of the night. And that's all that matters to them. And these 3 still are united. They are bald men and they are united. Oh my goodness. Who can stop them?